All right, hi guys. Gil Freed, the crowd management doctor. We're going to be looking at December 2024 stories, also some January 2025. If you see, I'm still wearing my shirt that I had from the November stories. Doesn't mean I didn't change, but we're actually seeing them all on the same day, so that's why I'm wearing the same shirt. An armed woman robs Billie Eilish fan camping outside the concert arena. That's a news story. So, Oregon cops say a woman was arrested after being accused of robbing people at knife point outside a concert arena. Oregon police said on December 7th, Angelique Butler, 52, approached two people camping outside ahead of Billie Eilish concert and threatened them with a knife, demanding their sleeping bag from them, according to a news release by Portland police and a report by KATU. One of the victims told a news station she had a knife under her shirt. My mom saw it, and the woman was kind of taunting us. You need to give me your money or your sleeping bag. This represents a concern whenever patrons are camped outside a venue, so you always have to have protection there at nighttime, have enough lighting, have people that monitor the area, and make sure people are aware that they have to be conscious of their surroundings. Situational awareness. Lions take action against fan following quote unquote disruptive behavior prior to Week 14's Thursday Night Football matchup between the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions. At that game, the Packers head coach Matt LaFleur got into a spat with a Lions fan at Ford Field. The fan had since been identified as Fahad Yosef, one of the American flag holders for the pregame national anthem. That's a great thing. You're on the field holding the flag, you get in trouble. The incident escalated to the point that LaFleur and Yosef had to be separated by Packers players and staff. Yosef was asked to leave the Ford Field premises before the Lions' 34-31 win over the Packers. I've never been part of something like that. He was talking junk to our players, giving them the throat slash sign, and you're trying to de-escalate it, and then he gets in my face, LaFleur said after the game. I thought it was pretty unsportsmanlike. I've never seen that. I've been on many fields, and usually they police that much better. The Lions have revoked Yosef's season tickets, citing disruptive behavior. Yosef received a message from the organization informing him of his punishment earlier in the week. Our record that you are the licensee of the seat identified above. This seat is held under a revocable license issued by the Detroit Lions, Inc. and Ford Field. A ticket to a Lions game is a license to attend which can be rescinded, the email stated. As Lions loyal members, season ticket holders, you're responsible for ensuring that you and the persons occupying any seat licensed to you act and conduct themselves according to the guest code of conduct policy, which you have been advised of as a Lions loyal member. The Lions, Ford Field, and the NFL will not tolerate illegal or disruptive behavior, which is contrary to our policy. At this time, your season tickets have been revoked, and your eligibility to become a Lions loyal member has been suspended indefinitely. The correspondence continued. To reconcile your account, a refund minus fees for your remaining Lions tickets in your account will be returned to the same method of payment used during the initial payment. They have a good video of this on the website, and I encourage you to see it, and you can see it while I've been talking. And so it's just something to be aware of, that an altercation like this is not good. A settlement approved with weapons detection company FTC alleged to deceive customers. A federal judge in Massachusetts has approved a settlement agreement between the Federal Trade Commission and the weapon detection company Evolv Technology, which the FTC alleged engaged in deceptive acts by making false or unsupported claims about what its weapon detectors can do. Specifically, the FTC alleged that Evolv misrepresented the extent to which its scanners could detect weapons and ignore harmless items. Evolv was also accused of making unsupported claims about how its technology, which incorporates artificial intelligence, makes its system more accurate, efficient, or cost-effective compared to traditional metal detectors. A recent NBC News story in Chicago investigated, quote-unquote, feeling safe and found Evolve's weapon detectors have limitations and in some cases failed to detect certain weapons. The reporter found them being used at various facilities such as Chicago's Wrigley Field and Soldier Field. Within the past 2 years, students at schools in New York and Ohio were injured during stabbing incidents after the schools installed Evolve detectors. One student from New York is now suing as a result. The result of a 2021 field test conducted at a Major League Soccer stadium in Columbus, Ohio, were first reported by the security tech firm IVPM. The report found that while Evolve's detectors performed relatively well in detecting firearms, it missed 2 micro-compact handguns during 2 pass-through attempts. The overall detection rate for knives was just 58%. Evolve did not publish that 52-page report created by the National Center for Spectator Sport Safety and Security, also known as NCS4. Instead, NCS4 released and Evolve publicly touted the result of a shorter 25-page report that showed that Evolve Express Scanner performed relatively well. In its complaint, the FTC noted that Evolve did not disclose to consumers that the company worked with NCS4 on the test design for the report and worked with NCS4 to make changes to the report, including removing negative information about weapon scanners' ability to detect certain weapons. The recent settlement with the FTC bars Evolve from making certain marketing claims in the future about what its detectors can do, including making representations about the ability to detect weapons, the ability to ignore harmless personal items, the ability to detect weapons while ignoring harmless personal items, the ability to ignore harmless personal items without requiring visitors to remove such items from their pockets or their bags, and weapon detection accuracy, including in comparison to the use of metal detector, among others. Evolve also faces a lawsuit from investors who allege that they were misled and that Evolve overstated what devices can do. The key with any metal detection system or equipment is that they are a tool, and no tool can provide 100% certainty about their results. But in all their marketing material and everything that they were doing, it gave the impression that they had a higher standard, and that's what the FTC was going after. Clemson bans TikTok creator from Memorial Stadium over a trespassing incident. Clemson has barred popular TikTok creator Garrett Fidewa from Memorial Stadium after he was accused of trespassing back in November. According to On3, Fidewa, who goes by GFed, posted one of his usual videos on TikTok where he walks through an open entrance around a stadium without permission. He then posts the tours on his app as part of his walk-on challenge. Fidewa tour of Memorial Stadium saw him served with a formal trespass notice by Clemson, noting in one of his videos that he had been banned from the stadium. Fidewa said he will not be posting the video of Memorial Stadium as he doesn't want to get arrested. They simply did not, they simply did what they were instructed to do, Fidewa said. We had a productive conversation off camera, and based on that information they gathered, they gave me a trespass notice, which I thought was fair enough. Fidewa has done previous videos of stadiums such as South Carolina and Coastal Carolina, noting that he didn't deal with police at either of those stops. He said that after 2 years of creating his videos, Clemson was the only place where he was stopped by police. The state also reported Fidewa had 3 misdemeanor arrest warrants from Georgia. Those were from December 2023 after a previous situation at Sanford Stadium. That came after someone in the UGA athletic department saw one of his videos and said he unlawfully assessed it. Georgia then banned him from campus for 2 years. Ravens-Steelers game paused after drones spotted over stadium. An NFL playoff game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers in the first weeks of 2025 was paused briefly after a drone was spotted over M&T Bank Stadium. According to the Daily Mail, officials called an quote-unquote administrative timeout. Never heard that one before. In response to the drone causing broadcasts of the game to go to commercial. Hey, I think you always need an excuse to go to a commercial, but this was a legitimate one. The FAA creates temporary flight restrictions in the airspace above NFL games, meaning planes can't travel over the stadiums, and drones aren't permitted within 3 miles of any NFL stadium, according to the Associated Press. Unfortunately, drones are more frequently used right now by people who want to get an advantage, a view that others don't have. I imagine not having to pay for a ticket for a game and being able to watch it on a little screen from a drone and get your own angles and stuff like this. That sounds ideal for some people, but it's against the law. And the FBI put out a video, which hopefully you've been watching part of it. And if not, we'll ask to put it at the very end of this so you can see it. It's only a 1-minute video, but it clearly highlights why the FBI thinks this is such a serious issue. If you're out there working and you see a drone, maybe it's been approved, but you don't know that. So the best thing to do is approach a supervisor and say that you've spotted a drone, where it was, where it seemed to be coming from, and where it might have gone to, and then convey that up the ranks, and hopefully that will get actionable response from management. Hopefully it's nothing, but hope is not a strategy. That's why you want to try to be proactive, and if you see a drone, something seems out of place, something seems like it shouldn't be there or being done, or someone's acting in a strange way, report it. No harm can ever come from you doing your job and reporting a safety concern. That's it for me and for the stories for December. Take care, everyone. Have a great 2025, and thank you for watching Crime Management Doctor. Bye.